President's address is an occasion to take an overall view of our contributions in different fronts of national and international activities. It is also an opportunity for the government to indicate the direction in which we are going to move. It is difficult to react to almost every aspect of the issues mentioned. Precisely for that reason, I would like to highlight some limited areas. First of all, India, in its efforts of the last 40 years, has tried to develop a vibrant democratic polity. Now, the process of creating a democratic system is unending, and at the national level, we have a superstructure of democratic framework. So is the situation with regard to the state level. But at the third level, at the district level, it needed considerable restrengthening. Now, having regard to the need for democratic decentralization in decision making, in the devolution of resources at lower levels, and for strengthening of the infrastructure and functioning of the local level democracy, the government has taken a refreshing initiative. In this context, the initiative of the government to introduce and strengthen the Panchayati Raj system is a major step forward. India has known the Panchayat system right from the beginning, from the pre independence period as well. In the post independence period, several efforts have been made to strengthen this institution, but for one reason or the other, it has not been able to get a sound footing and acquire the vibrance that is required in the working at that level. On some pretext or the other, in different parts of the country, elections have been postponed or local bodies have been disbanded, and administrative control from the executive side has been strengthened. This has led to a situation where the distance between the common man and the government has widened. This has further led to process where there has been an alienation at the grassroots so far as beneficiaries of or or the other of government programs are concerned. When we are trying to give the country a trial in the development process, the success depends on what opportunities we provide for the people to influence the decision making. What are the points for democratic contribution with regard to the things which are uppermost in their thinking? Now you have the electoral process, whether it is the parliament or it is the state assembly. In every sphere of national issues, the constituencies at the village level get lost. The same is the story with regard to MLAs and members of parliament. They make laudable contribution in the national life, but the overwhelming character of the spheres or areas in which they operate does not allow sufficient justice to the local system, and the electoral process does not do full justice through the central and state level processes to the local level problems. To that extent, the opening and strengthening of a third tier at the local level, the district level, is the only and inevitable solution to the problem of strengthening the grassroots of the democratic process. But the democratic process will not work through the political process only. It requires a solid economic component, and the very fact that we are now emphasizing the district level planning is a step forward in the right direction. We have seen seven plan periods of development since 1951. We are at the end of the seventh plan, and the eighth 5 year plan is beginning to take shape. But in that process, what has been the contribution of people through their views and resources for development in the plan programs, or of those who are at the receiving end of whatever plan programs have been launched, has been an open question. It is not surprising that the delivery cost of development programs has been getting out of hand. Almost 80% of the project cost is delivery cost only, and just 15 to 20% gets left for the benefit of the receiving end. Also, the priorities when we look from the national or state level tend to differ radically from the perceptions of the people at the district level. They do not involve the problems which concern the district level and the village level. The district level and the village level problems do not involve substantial resources, but from the point of view of those local people, they are the lifeblood for survival, whether it is the location of a small school building, or the construction of a canal, or the public distribution system network. Location, they are all local development concerns. In the district level planning, we have talked about decentralized planning, but this time the district level planning program is a decisive and courageous program to carry the whole process of economic planning to the local level, so that the people there who are likely to be knowing more so far as their own interests are concerned are involved directly in the process of planning.